to our souls, that boys and girls got different rules and different options. This was not a game I was ever going to succeed at, and was one of the reasons I went seeking other paths. Finding paganism answered some questions and exacerbated others. I was told the goddess was so vast that she could contain all the different kinds of women archetypes, that there was a place for me to see myself as wholly inside her mirror. But when I looked in the mirror, all I saw was emptiness, negative space where a gender was supposed to be, the outline of what was missing and the parts that still didn't fit. In the god/goddess model, there were still only two options, and I didn't really like any of my choices. The thing that was supposed to help me find freedom and empowerment knocked me back into a two-option prison. And I was still failing, still not understanding the rules, still not fitting the boxes. Well, if you don't feel comfortable being the goddess, you can be the god, I was told. I tried that too. It was liberating and fun in the way that a good costume can be. Other parts of me finally had a place where they fit, and that was new. But it still wasn't me. I was still failing at the game I didn't understand the rules to, and the gods themselves told me, no, we also cannot be distilled and homogenized like that. Each of us is unique and different. Why would you want to erase our identities, our cultures of origin, all the parts of us that aren't about gender, in an effort to simplistically categorize us into a two-box system? But that is another story for another time. I've been a witch and an occultist, a pagan and a spirit worker for over 38 years. I've been participating in the broader pagan and polytheist communities since the early 1990s and took my first public oaths as clergy in 1997. About 8 years ago, I started an ambitious pan-polytheist learning community called Strong Roots and Wide Branches. The community consisted of monthly classes designed to help participants deepen their polytheist practices, covering topics including ancestor veneration, building healthy religious communities, land honoring, personal spiritual development, prayer, and many other subjects. The program was geared toward helping polytheists develop healthy and rigorous religious lives. Ariana was one of my first participants and attended nearly every class for the 5 years I ran the program. Through her enthusiastic participation in the program, we became friends and co-religionists. We supported one another through developing new religious technologies, co-led rituals, and leaned on one another for peer support as we supported our religious communities as clergy members and continue to do so. I've attended her rituals and classes. She has participated in my religious side projects. I've watched Ariana develop her vision of trans-centered polytheist theology over the last number of years, and her work is powerful and righteous. This is the book I wish someone could have given me when I was in my 20s, struggling to create language that didn't yet exist, to try and understand my own heart and show myself to others. This is the roadmap I wish had been there when I was fumbling through the uncharted wilderness of what I now understand as my own non-binary, agender identity. I am so glad this book exists now. There are other books that are wonderful for helping guide folks into deepening their understandings of their gender and into accepting who we are.